are definitely times when I want things to be organized in a very specific way because that is how my brain works. It helps me to find things faster and know where to look because I put it there. Gmail labels gives you this ability with the mails in your mailbox. These labels do not work in the traditional way that folders work in other environments. Let's explore how to use labels in Gmail. Let's start on the left-hand side of our mailbox menu. Head to the arrow that says More and expand the extra options that are available in the menu. Scroll right down and at the very bottom you will find the option to create a new label. Select this option. This little window that appears has two options to it. The option to create a new label name or to nest a label underneath another one. Nesting means that you can have a main label with subdivisions under that label. For example, I have created a label called Eduon and then nested labels underneath that label with my colleagues who work in that division. I'm going to start by creating a new label. Type the name of your label into the Enter New Label Name field. When I scroll back up on our mailbox menu, notice that the label I have created now appears here. As I hover over that label, you will see three dots. Click on them and a menu will appear. On this menu, you will notice we have a number of options. You can start by deciding if you would like to give your label a color. This can be really helpful if you're going to use labels to scan your emails and you want to color code them to help you find your emails quickly. Your label tag will appear visually on your email as well. The next two options will determine when your label is visible. If you choose to show this label in the Label List section, it will always be visible on the left-hand side. You can also choose to show if there is an unread mail in that label. If you would like that label to be hidden, you can do that too. When you hide a label, it will simply move to the section underneath your Show More arrow, right at the bottom on this left-hand side menu. If you do not like the labels to appear on the mails in your mailbox, but you would like them to still be labeled, you can choose to hide the label in the message list. This means that your email will still be labeled, but it will not appear as a visual label on that mail. If there is something that you need to change on a label, simply choose the Edit option that appears here. If you would like to remove a label or add a sub-label, use these options below. Now that we have one to get started with, let's go into using your labels. There are a few ways in which you can do this. You can start by dragging a label and dropping it onto the email. By doing this, you are telling Gmail that this email can stay in your inbox, but you would like it to appear in that label as well. Notice that when I open my label, that mail appears there. If you want to remove a label, simply open the email that you have labeled and choose to remove the label using the little X that appears next to it. Notice how you can remove the inbox label too. Remember, your mails do not live in your inbox. Your inbox is simply a default label. If you would like to remove the inbox label, your mail will move out of your inbox and still be available in the All Mail section of your mailbox. Let's go back to our inbox and continue to explore some other options. From your inbox, you have the ability to move a mail out of your inbox and into a label by simply dragging and dropping it from your inbox and into that label. When you open the label now, that mail will appear. However, it will no longer live in your inbox. That mail now lives in this label as well as in our All Mail section, the heart of our mailbox. Alternatively, you can select a mail or select multiple mails and use the label icon that appears on the toolbar above. Here you can apply more than one label to your mail or choose to create a new label for this mail. The icon right next to this label is your Move To label icon. Using this icon will give you the ability to move your email into another section of your inbox. Notice how these icons appear if you've opened the mail as well. You can access your label features by right-clicking on a mail. This menu that appears gives you the same options to move to or label your mail. And that is creating and adding labels in a nutshell. Now that you have seen how you can set up labels, the next step is to learn how to use filters. Applying filters gives you the ability to add rules and actions to mails that add a level of automation to your mailbox. You get to determine what happens to the mails when you receive them through these rules. Be sure to learn how to use this powerful feature.